Okay, we're looking at fortnightly repayments on a loan to show you how to reduce your interest that you pay in the term of the loan. So what you do is you grab a monthly loan that you normally have, which is when you pay monthly, and then what we do is we convert that to a fortnightly repayment, and that saves us a lot of money. So there are kind of a couple of steps. With every loan question, you've got to find out your payment first. Then you need to convert it to a fortnightly loan by dividing your payment by 2, converting your payments per year to 26, converting your compounding periods per year to 12, and then you find N, which will be the number of fortnights. So let's have a look at an example and work through kind of all the combinations that you'll do with that. So you have a loan for $480,000 with monthly repayments over 30 years. That should say monthly payments over 30 years. If the rate's 6.25 compounding monthly, demonstrate the total interest you would pay, how much time you would save, how much you will save in total payments, and how much interest you will save. So let's go on to part A first. So once again, as usual, you fill out all the things that you are given. So the N, I, PV payment, future value, payments per year, and compounding periods per year to find your payment. So you enter all that stuff into the calculator, and what you're trying to do is find your payment, which is F4. And so we have a payment of $2,955. So $2,955.44. So now that gives us our payments. We can then do everything else from here. So now we want to find our total interest that we pay, which is sigma n. So we come down to the amortization, put in 1 for your first payment, and we want to go for the whole period of the loan. So then it will go up to 360. And then we go sigma int, which is F4, and it gives us a grand total of $583,959.34. So the amount of interest you pay over that loan is substantial if you don't do anything different. So this is assuming that you keep the payments and everything the same. So that gives you something to measure from. We now know how much interest we're going to pay, what will happen if we convert it to fortnightly, and how much time do you save. So let's have a look at how the fortnightly payment goes. You've still got your N, I, your PV, your payment, your future value, and your payments per year and compounding periods per year. But now what we're trying to do is find N. So we're trying to find the value of N here. So the two things that you do is you come to your payment, and you've got that number on your calculator, and then you divide it by 2. What we're saying is there are 2 fortnights in every month. So if we have our monthly repayment and divide it by 2, that'll be pretty good. And then there are 26 fortnights in a year, so you change this to 26, and then you've got to check that the calculator has would have changed the compounding periods to 26. We want to convert it back to 12. Okay, so on the calculator it will look like this. This is the window you've had before. You go into repeat, go to this one here, come down to here, and we want to go across to the payment and divide that by 2. So you move across, and all the decimal places will come up at the end because it's still stored there, and just go divide by 2, which is great. Come down here, change our payments to 26, make sure our compounding periods are 12, and then what we'll do is trying to find N. We're trying to find the number of fortnights that this will do. So we go F1, and you'll get 631 fortnights, which has to be rounded up to 632 fortnights. So the time that you save is going to be 632 divided by 26, because there are 26 fortnights in a year. You only get it back to a yearly type thing, because then you can compare it to your first loan. So that's 24.31 years. Therefore, to save it, you start off with 30, take 24.31, and you'll save a grand total of 5.69 years. How much does that come down to being in dollars? You'll, just working out here, you'll save 5.69 years. Your dollars saving will be 5.69 times by 12, because there's 12 months in a year, and then you times it by the original amount that you were paying back. And when you do that, you'll save $201,879.29. You save a massive amount of money just by paying fortnightly, because you get 2 extra payments per year. And over the 30 years, that saves you a lot of money. Or over the 24 years, that saves a stack of money. The last question says, how much interest would you save? This is where it gets a little bit tricky, because you're going to go to PM1 and PM2. So let's have a look at how it looks like on our calculator. So it works it all out for you, and notice that at the top here, it will give you an N at 631.02. You've got to go up to the next full number, otherwise the next sort of calculations won't work that well, or they won't work at all. So change it to 632, go to AMT, and now we want to find out the total interest from payment 1 all the way through to the end, which now is 632, because we are looking at the fortnightly payments. We then go to interest, which is F4 for sigma int, and you'll find out that you'll get a grand total of 452,465.55. So just going back and checking that, you've got 1 to there, 632 to there, 6.25, you've still got 480,000, you've got 1477.72, 26 payments per year, and compounding 12 per year. So your savings come from taking your interest that you pay originally, take away the interest that you pay fortnightly, and it will give you a savings in interest payments of $131,493.79. So it's a substantial savings in interest when you do this fortnightly repayments. So you save $131,000 in interest just by paying fortnightly because of those 2 extra payments. So as you can see, the fortnightly payments are well worth your while, because in reality you won't notice the difference, because you'll have money coming out of your loan every 2 weeks, which is normally when people get paid, so it makes no difference to your income and your cash flow.